Now, if you're struggling with self sabotage and you don't know where to start, here, right here on this podcast, we're building the community. I want to remind you, breaking self sabotage patterns takes time. You've been operating like this for years, every decade, like I was. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small wins. We're building a community of people committed to breaking these cycles. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome
Yes.
back to Terror to Triumph. My name is Alfonso Pelt, and with me is the lovely Storm. How you doing today,
Hello.
Storm?
I'm fine. How you doing, Alfonso?
I'm doing pretty good, and I'm feeling like I'm getting over the sniffles that I used to have, finally.
Yes.
So I appreciate being well again. So I thank you for the
Yes.
well wishes for everybody out there who was wishing me to get better and all that. I appreciate that. Today we're talking about signs of denial. Oh, I hope I didn't pass that on to you now.
No.
Okay. Nah, man, I can't get better than you start getting sick. We can't have that.
No, I already
Um,
been sick.
oh shoot. We just gotta work with it now
Yes.
then. Okay, yeah, we're talking about signs of denial today. Um,
Yes.
for us survivors, these are like red flags to other survivors. Um, you may know somebody who is suffering from trauma and they are telling you they have been through trauma, but it doesn't affect them. So today's episode is going to tell you what red flags will be showing and how to discern what's a red flag. Um, Today, me and Storm are going to walk you through it, and we're going to start. This is actually segment two of the stages of denial, as we talked about last week. Um, we were talking about why survivors deny their trauma. Today, we're talking about how to recognize it. Okay. So, somebody or you might be in denial, and today we're going to break it down. All right. So,
Yes.
the signs of denial. Um, we got a list that we're going to share with you. And Storm and I are going to hopscotch. We're going to go back and forth, taking turns on the list. And I'm going to go off with the first one. First sign is I'm fine. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong. I'm fine. That's they say it constantly. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. But all their actions tell a different story. They're isolating, they're self sabotaging, and they're struggling in a relationship. Storm.
Yes. Sign two is minimization. It was it was it wasn't that bad. Other people had it worse. I should be over this by now. They're downplaying what happened. They're comparing. They're judging themselves.
Right. Yeah. The third sign is deflection. Now, I just want to say before I get into deflection that these signs don't necessarily happen in this order. Okay. So we're just giving you the list as we have them. So somebody may not exude or show all these signs. You might have somebody only showing a few of them, but it's still a tell to let you know that they are in denial. They're trying to mask it. So moving on, the sign three is deflection. So when you try to talk about it, they change the subject. They make a joke or something. They get defensive. They're not ready to go there. So they redirect.
Hmm. Sign four, anger when confronted. If you bring up their trauma, they get angry. They might say, "Why are you bringing this up?" or "Stop trying to fix me." The anger's protected them from feeling the pain.
Mm, mm. That's critical because how can you help somebody when they're rejecting you, right? Or or they're being defensive about something that's very sensitive to them. That's deep.
Yes.
Uh, fifth sign is isolation. Okay, they withdraw from people who they care about or who cares about them. They don't want to talk about their feelings. They keep people at a distance. Mm,
Yeah. Sign six, professionalism or over functioning. They're constantly busy. They're overachieving. They're trying to prove they're fine by being perfect. It's exhausting, but it keeps them from feeling.
mm, perfectionism. I kind of resonate with that one. Trying to
Hmm.
do everything just right. Um, sign seven, substance use or numbing behaviors. They're using alcohol, drugs, shopping, work, or other behaviors to numb the pain. They're not addressing the trauma, they're medicating it.
Sign eight, relationship patterns. They're repeating the same unhealthy relationship patterns. They're attracting the same type of people. They're recreating their trauma,
Mm,
but they don't see it. They say, "I'm just unlucky in love," or "People are just like that."
that's, that's deep right there. Attracting the same type. You're attracting the same type of people over and over again.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. And you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even
Yes.
recognize it. That gave me chills just thinking about that. Now, mentally, I'm trying to go back over my past relationships and say, dang, did I do that? I'm going to have to take a self assessment on that one.
Well,
For
I
real.
have the self assessment for that, and that is known to be true. You know, and you have to break it.
So, would you say that in the beginning, before you actually accepted the fact that you were traumatized, that this was one of the things that you were going through?
Yeah, I feel like I was attracting the same wrongful people, and it was still after, even after therapy, and I had to break down myself and say, enough is enough and just take a break, and, reevaluate myself to not continue to adapt to the same people.
Hmm.
Because it's
See,
something about the look, it's something about the structure of you as a person. People say, "Oh, I can get over on her," or "I can get over on him." I'm gonna play her. I'm gonna play him. Yes.
um, was that what I was thinking? back then I was probably thinking I just want some. I ain't gonna lie. Back then I was a horny toad. I don't.
I'm not. We not gonna even get into no.
But we
We gonna
being a
go
hundred
to
percent. We being honest, right? So
yes.
I don't think my mindset was geared to think about uh the trauma as it relates to meeting a new person. I wasn't thinking that at all. I was just thinking this is a new person. I'm hoping I can establish a relationship or
Yeah.
friends with benefits or something like that with. But I did not process trauma. At least I don't think I did
I
process
even
trauma
can
into that.
I can even go back as so much as to number seven, which is substance use or normal behaviors, because I did use substance, to get over to knowing the fact of what I was going through, you know,
Mm,
and it wasn't a light substance. We ain't talking about, your your green. We talking about something deeper than that, because I didn't want to engage in on sexual activities. So therefore, in order to norm it, to give the person what they wanted, I resorted to substance use to give them what they wanted. Not that they knew about it because I hid
mm,
it. It wasn't for them to know, but only for me to know. I wanted to be half in and half out.
okay, I feel you on that. Um, we're gonna go forward because
Yes.
that right there we could finish off the show with just that that topic right there.
Okay.
Um,
Well, we'll
but
come back to that one.
yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to all of them actually, but we're
Okay.
just trying to finish off this list. We're
All
almost
right.
done. We got ten. It's 10 of them total that we have on the list, and we're on number 9 right now. So, number 9 is emotional outbursts. They have intense emotional reactions that seems disproportionate to what's going on. They say, well, they'll get angry, and you'll think to yourself, what was the situation we talking about? Required anger? It didn't seem like we were arguing or anything. Or they'll get really, really sad or anxious, and it doesn't seem like there's a clear reason for it. So, underneath, their nervous system is dysregulated from the unprocessed trauma. Storm, you had a last one.
Physical symptoms. They have chronic pain, headaches, stomach issues, or other physical symptoms that doctors can't explain. Their body is holding trauma.
Now, we all
Yes.
heard said that you having mental problems can manifest physically. So this is one of those things. Um, when you do not address the mental issues that you have from the trauma that you suffered, and you try to circumnavigate it and continue life as if the trauma never happened. The trauma is a part of you at that moment, and it continues to be a part of you. Okay, I just thought about saying something that's very prevalent to all this whole list, right? You cannot escape yourself. You're always with you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body, you're always present with you. So when thoughts come flooding in and you don't know where they're coming from, that's that trauma dealing. You got to deal with it sooner or later. When you out and about and all of a sudden you feel like you about to be attacked out of nowhere, that's that trauma coming back. When you having crazy thoughts and stuff like, oh, they about to leave me. They're about to leave me. I'm You don't. It's not proportionate to what's going on. It doesn't make sense. That's that trauma kicking in. You have to recognize that, folks, fam. Look, trauma is the actual thing. Nobody wants to admit that they've suffered trauma, but those who have and sought help, professional help, a master therapist, and have started receiving that help can start to see, you can start to see, dang, I didn't know that I was doing that. I didn't realize I didn't realize and when you start waking up, then you can start addressing the issues. Your therapist can help you start rewiring your nervous system so your trauma can dissipate. But until then, you will be exuding these signs. You will be showing these signs. There will be a part of you, and you can't run from that. You might not want to think about the trauma that you suffered, but the trauma is still with you. You can't escape that. And denial is hurting you more so than it's hurting anybody else because you're the one suffering the most. So, here on Terror to Triumph, me and Storm, we're here to help you try to navigate your way out of that. Okay.
Yes.
So now we're going to just talk about what we've already talked about, go a little bit deeper into it. So, the I'm fine thing. Listen, people, but the trauma, it doesn't necessarily have to be childhood trauma. You could have been in a car accident, a severe car accident. I've heard people get out of a rollover say, "Oh, I'm fine." You got a broke leg. You don't realize you're denying it already. You don't want to people to think that you just got out of a car accident or that you're injured or anything. Your brain is trying not to think about it. You're already in a trauma state. So, yeah, after the trauma, you don't want to deal with the trauma no more. I'm fine. Everything's cool. I'm good.
Yes.
Big Brody, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm straight. Then you start showing these red flags. You start pushing people away. You start self-sabotaging. Yeah, I'm looking at you because
Yes.
you the one that's like us, but you in denial. You don't want to believe it. You don't want to accept it. But hey, we've been through it too. No, Storm and I. Ain't that right, Storm?
Yes, we have. We've been through it.
But I remember when after I was traumatized, I was telling myself that I was fine. Every day, I'm good. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be. I was lying to myself, but it was
Yeah.
me trying to get past that because I didn't have nobody to talk to. So I was talking to myself. I'm gonna be okay. Just get up. Just keep moving. Just go to school. Do this. Do that. Do that. You know.
Yeah, you had to talk to yourself. I did the same thing. Just imagine somebody drawing you around the room like you're a rag doll,
Mm,
cutting your clothes off of you, choking you half to death, doing it, um, and you like trying to figure out, okay, I'm walking home, I'm crying, the person that I'm walking behind don't actually see it. And
mm-hmm.
before I can turn down another street, I know that we're going to end up being side by side. So I'm already trying to wipe the tears away. I'm trying to make sure that my clothes is kind of halfway decent. And, and I'm getting ready to go home and face everybody and not have this look like what I've been through. So yeah, you are going to when you go through it, fam, you're gonna be like, I'm fine. And I did this for 10 years. I'm fine. I woke up and imagine somebody haunting you for 2 years and you just keep saying, I'm fine. But your heart is seeing a whole different thing. Your heart and your mind is seeing a whole different thing because you're seeing this person day, every day. They never go away because he never did go away for 2 years. So, yes, for 10 years, I had studied and I manifested numbness. I'm fine. I became numb, you know.
Yeah. To me, the I'm fine part with me, I just didn't want nobody to know, and I kept it to myself in the beginning, because there was really no interaction between me and my siblings after that point. I wasn't trying to interact with anybody at that point,
Mm.
and that was a safety zone for me. The interaction felt dangerous, so um, the I'm fine thing. I wasn't talking to people, and I think about it in grade school. People thought I was a little off. I laugh about it now, but I think about being in school, and I didn't really have a whole lot of friends. People coming to me, talking to me, or asking me questions, or like kids interact or whatever. It seemed like the kids stayed away from me, like something's not right with that kid or whatever. I think they could feel that, but looking back at it, I think it now, but back then I didn't understand what was going on or why I was so uh, unapproachable. Later on in life, I was told that I always had this mean mug on my face, like, well, not like that, of course, but um, people told me I looked like I was unapproachable, like I was always upset at the world or something. And that could be what I was showing in my face back then. I didn't know it, so I wasn't fine, but that was my way of uh, trying to keep people from entering into the circle. So when you talk about minimalization and we say other people had it worse or I should be over this by now or whatever, I don't think I really had those feelings or thoughts. I always had the opposite. I always said nobody could be going through what I'm going through. Nobody can understand what I'm going through. This is horrible what I'm going through. Nobody can get it in their head and say they can understand what I'm going through. And I couldn't fathom that other people are suffering like I had suffered. So it wasn't a thing of minimalizing. I never got to that point. Did you ever minimalize?
Yeah, when you say I'm fine, that's memorization right there. It's two in one because you minimizing the fact that what done happened to you. You're not willing to talk about it, and you're denying it. And then when you do start talking about it, you still minimizing it because you like, well, maybe I should be over it. Yeah.
Well,
Everybody else had it worse than me because I have said that. People have told me their stories, and I was like, well, man, I thought my story was bad. Somebody else's story was better than mine.
mm, yeah, yeah. Okay, I get that, but I've
Hmm.
never actually said the words to somebody like, "Oh, you had it worse than me." I don't think I ever said that.
I have
You know.
said it. I said it to a young lady. She had some issues going on. She was thrown out of her house at the age of 16. She was told that you can't live here no more. She had
Mm,
resorted to the streets. She was barefooted, eating out of trash cans and stuff, trying to figure out where she was going to get her next meal from. And she lived like this for, a couple of months, or maybe a year, that she
mm,
lived like this, trying to figure out where she was going to go. And her own siblings was not trying to take her in. She was put out by her own mother and her grandmother, you know?
jeez, man. So the trauma coming in different sizes and forms, right?
Hmm.
So that's traumatizing, being put out and you have no place to go as a young adult, as a youth, um, or parents just not at home. You home by yourself as a youth. That's also traumatizing. Neglect. I apologize for yawning, y'all. I worked a midnight shift. I have not been asleep yet. So you see me yawning is no disrespect to the listeners. And I just want y'all to know that I'm not taking this lightly, but I am forcing myself to work through this, my tiredness and everything. So bear with me today. I haven't had an energy drink or anything like that to try to keep me up. I haven't drunk any coffee. I just came and started doing my pre production work for the show today. So I apologize about my tiredness. Deflection. Um, I have to think about. Nobody really. I didn't have anybody to talk to ask me had something happen. So I never was able to deflect.
Well, I had
No.
deflection, but it was the other way around,
How so?
because when you tell people about what's going on with you and you're not the person that's changing the subject, there are the people that's saying you should be over it by now. It happened 20
Mm,
years or 15 years ago, and why
I
you
see.
own it, did you give it to God? And God
Mm,
don't have anything to do with this. Not that he can't change you. This is no offense to our religious people, it's no offense, but when you have gone through the trauma, and every time you talk about it or every time you can reflect on it, if you hear a certain song or if you see a certain person, your mind tickle, and that's a trigger. You can't
mm,
tell me that you can get over it, because you can't. To this day, if I hear a certain song, if a certain word is said, triggers will happen, people. And I have to live with that. Have it got better? Yes, Drew Derpy. But believe me, my audience, my fam, you wouldn't have wanted to cross me years ago before I got help, because that trigger mean that I was probably going to unalive you. And that's how deep it was.
mm. See, trauma is real. We trying to tell you. We crack jokes and all that stuff on this platform, but we're really serious about what we're talking about because we lived it. This is not a joke. This is not a party. This is not a social, well, it is a social gathering for survivors, but this is not a game. You know, this is real.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
So
This
if you
29 minutes.
Uh, yeah, so if you come in the chat and you hear, voice your opinion, because this is a safe environment. We make it safe here for you so that you can ask questions, so that, and if you have questions for us, we more than pleased to answer those questions, because we're here to get you on your way. We're not therapists or doctors, but because we went through this, we are people that has experience what you probably going through. You know,
Yes,
so you're
yes.
not alone at all. On no offense, it's no offense to veterans, but we are PTSD operated, you know. And we have PTSD, and you have to do something about your PTSD before it get out of control, because you will hurt people. Like I say on my platform, hurt people will hurt people. So
Mm-hmm.
please reach out to your community counselor, reach out to the hospital. You don't have to tell the reception what you want a service counselor for. You don't have to tell them nothing except that I need, to talk with someone, a social worker. And if they say, well, we no, you don't need to know, because that's not how that works. You just need to point me in a direction so that social worker can tell me where I can get help from. So if you do not have a community center, please reach out to your local hospital, or your local clinic, because they in the clinics, and get their help, because they will provide you help for free. It's free
Mm-hmm.
help out there. So go get it. I worked with social workers, not for me, but for other people. I have worked with social workers. I have worked with people, that's at the hospital helping other people. It is vital that you reach out, fam, and you get the help that you need, because it is vital. And I say this on my own platform. Please get help. It is vital. This is not a game to us. We did go through it. Yes, we crack jokes with each other because we want to make you feel at home. We want to make you feel comfortable. We don't want to make it too just serious, but we make jokes out of it sometimes, but the serious matter of it is, family, is that you have to understand you're playing with your life. So don't do it. Don't do
Amen to
it.
that. Amen to that. We are actually out of time today.
Okay.
Um, we're only supposed to be on for 30
Your
minutes,
minutes.
and we went over as we normally do go over because we always have great information for you. But I have something for you that really talks about what Storm was just talking about. If you would go to uh, https:/// trauma therapist network.com, you can find a therapist there. Um, you can talk to somebody. You can uh, listen to podcasts on there, and this site is all about connecting survivors, trauma survivors, to uh, professional therapists. There's also another site I wanted to inform you guys of, and it specifies the EMDR training for therapists, and that's very, very important. I want you guys to know. This is an international website, by the way. This is not just local here in America, but um, I want to give you the website for that. So the website for that is kind of weird too, but HTTP. Uh, I don't know if it's HTTPS or HTTP, but you could do www.connectemdr.com, and that's the basic training that they go through for teaching them how to work with us as survivors. So you can see from a different aspect, like what do you what do you expect from receiving psychotherapy from somebody who's trained from a EMDR or have an EMDR certification as a therapist. You could also find consultations there. So it's different approaches that you could take. You could use these sites to help you find a therapist. Somebody who would be suitable for you or you'll feel comfortable with. And then you will go on an interview, like your first scheduled meeting It's like your interview. They're interviewing you, you're interviewing them. You want to be able to feel comfortable talking to them. You want to feel like they're actually listening and that they're there to hear and help you with your journey. But if you find someone who seems cold and callous and judgmental about your situation, then you have the right to leave that session. You have the right to seek someone else besides them. You don't have to settle. Okay. We're talking about your health here. So I just want to drop those two nuggets on you guys. So you can have tools that you can use and help you along your journey. Um, Finding a therapist that can actually help you with your trauma, help you, as I like to say, come out from under the veil of guilt, shame, regret, and fear. That shed that anxiety or shed the anxiousness, or I mean, not the anxiousness, but shed the fear and the guilt and the shame and all that other stuff that comes with trauma that we don't like to talk about, but they're there to help us get through it. And with that, I would like to introduce to you, some of you, and reintroduce to others, Pelts Emporium. www.peltsemporium.com is our e-commerce website. If you purchase items on that website, as you can see, Storm is wearing a shirt. I'm wearing one of the t-shirts with the branded logo that's embroidered. She's wearing a hoodie, actually. Um, these designs are one of a kind. There's no one out there with these designs. There's symbols, our logo for the show, as you can see up there in the corner. Well, it should do like that. But the logo is indicative of our show. You buy the clothing, the proceeds from purchasing these goods go to help support the show. The show isn't actually cheap. The show is very expensive to keep up and running, and we need help. So I wanted to do something to help people show that they got something for helping the show stay active. So if you, the viewers, if you like the content on the show, go to peltsemporium.com, peruse, find something you like, and purchase that. And you'll actually be helping keep the conversations going so we can help more and more survivors come out from underneath that veil that I talked about so we can gain our power back. Okay.
Yes.
Um, Storm has a platform on TikTok, and her storm. That's appropriate though. Her storm is dealing with people who have been human trafficked, who are in need of healing. She has very practical herbal remedies for various ailments. She also uh, does a early morning workout routine to get you guys going in the mornings, and then she opens up for discussion afterwards. Yeah, see, she got her resistance bands. So yeah, Storm has a lot going on. Her platform is on TikTok, and I'm gonna put up the information here so you guys can see it. But her information, yeah, here it is right here. I'm sorry about that. Her information. Oh, what happened? There it is. Okay, so I'm learning. So forgive me. I'm learning as we go. She has it going on that platform, and you guys should go over there to TikTok to check her out. Storm, would you like to give the times that you are live on TikTok?
I'm live Monday through Friday from the hours of, it's 7 o'clock Central Standard Time in the morning and 8 o'clock Central Standard Time at night. And on the weekend, it varies. It just depends on what's going on with family. But I will, sometimes I go at 12 o'clock, on Saturdays or Sundays, but it just depends on what's going on with family.
Okay. So you have it. You heard it from the horse's mouth. She is on every morning, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and again in the evening at 8 o'clock. So twice a day, she's doing it big for you guys. Um, Tear to Triumph here, we are on twice a week, 30-minute episodes, which obviously goes over sometimes, but 30 minute episodes, and we are on at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Not to be confused with Central. Was it Central? What
Yeah,
you're on?
not to be confused with Central Standard Time.
Right. Not to be confused with
Yeah.
Central Standard Time. So Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 a.m. Mondays and Tuesdays and Saturdays. Okay. So that's
Hmm.
Terror to Triumph. Storm is on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And she's on again at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you guys go and follow her and check her out. We also have a platform that our uh, audio podcast comes out on. That's on Buzzsprout, and there's the link down there to it, as you had the link for uh, Storm. And
Hmm.
if you click that link and you go there, you will be able to check out our podcast, all the previous podcasts that we've had. But if you want to check out the video podcast, you can go to this link. That's our YouTube channel down there. And our YouTube channel has all the video, like today, and all our discussions that we've had since we started. So if you need information, go back and look at all those episodes, find out what you need, because we talk about a lot of stuff on this platform. And we're very open and we're very honest. So if you're looking for somebody who can point you in the right direction, you found that platform. We're here for you. We're here to help you. We want you to succeed. We want you to have an excellent life with good relationships that will work, and we want you to put in the work to get there. And we want to hear from you. These episodes are helping you. Tell us, send us a post up on YouTube or Facebook, or even send us a text message to terror the number two triumph at gmail.com. Let us know how you feel about it. You know, what you're feeling. If you want to be on the
Yes.
show, we can arrange that too. So we're open. We're open to discussion. We're open books here. And we want to continue this dialogue. We want to help you guys live and grow and have productive lives. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to reach out. We're here. We're willing to help you. Also, those numbers, there's numbers down there at the bottom too, and like the National Child Abuse Hotline, the National Sexual Abuse Hotline, the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Those numbers you can call in America 24/7, 365 days a year. People are ready and willing to help you get your life back on track. Okay? One step at a time. They're not rushing you, they're not judgmental, they're not condescending. They're willing to help. These are people trained to do so. Okay, even in crisis, that's 988. If you having thoughts of suicide, or you're feeling like you're in a crisis state, like you're about to implode or something, you can dial 988 anywhere in the nation, and somebody will be there to help you. um okay, I think I've said enough for today. What
Okay.
about you? You think you got it all out?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Okay, because we're like 15 minutes over.
Okay.
So that's our episode for today. I'm Alfonso Pelt. This has been Storm. We thank you for coming. Don't forget to check out peltsemporium.com and buy some merchandise. Anything except for Crystal's Corner, by the way. Crystal's Corner is different sections, and you can purchase stuff off of there too. Anything off of there you can purchase. But That's a separate entity inside the website. So if you purchase anything from PE, Pels Emporium, except for Crystal's Corner, those proceeds go directly to funding Terror to Triumph. So go buy some merchandise. Tell your friends about the podcast. Wear some stuff proudly and let them know, hey, I'm a survivor. You know, we're surviving together. It says that right there
Yes.
on the shirt. Surviving together. See on the hoodie, surviving together, the podcast. We're here to help. We want the world to know. We're not hiding in silence. We're not empowering our assaulters anymore. It's not happening anymore. This platform is for you. Come join us. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Y'all have a good day, good week, and we will see you back on Tuesday unless you go check out Storm on her platform. And you will be seeing her on Monday or today, even if you go check her out. So check us out. I will talk to you on Tuesday. You can see Diamanda or Storm anytime during the week on her platform. We
Yes.
wish you the best and have a great week, okay? All right.